Hello people, hope you're having a beautiful day. I want to talk again more on yeah, about card value. Card value is really important in becoming, if you want to become a really good like player that can win at like Friday Night Magic, that can go big on like tournaments, or just win from your friends in your when you're playing with your friends commander or something else. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, sorry if last video, if you were watching it, it was cut off. I don't want to throw it away, so because I have to keep repeating myself anyway. I'm sorry. So we're just starting a new game and keep talking about card value. So yeah, I mean yeah, building your deck eventually is going to be an important part. You know, you can start off just practicing becoming a good player with working with yeah, with something that you got off the internet or something that you bought in a shop. That's fine, but eventually if you want to become better and start winning from your friends, those your friends might have a deck that they actually did improve on. So if you're not improving your deck, then you're probably going to be left behind. And I think like even half of the fun. I love playing Magic and the matches, but like getting that super strong, like amazing deck, that's also part of it for me. That yeah, that I really like. So it's kind of like both, you know. So that's so, and also like it's not just only building decks. Even when you're playing, recognizing what kind of cards have more value uh, will make it easier for you to play, you know. So okay, let's first. There's a lot of enchantments here. An expensive creature. Let's put down a creature first, so we can attack with that next turn. Oh no, Sarkhan. Now that's a really good card. This is an example of an amazing card because not only when you put a creature in, like normally you have like burn spells that do like 4 damage to your face or to a creature. This card can not only do that, it does it every time you put a creature into play that has 4 toughness or higher. And if you put a creature into play that's even stronger, 7 or higher, it's going to destroy all your creatures or do 4 damage to all your creatures and 4 damage to your face. So we call this like a burn on a stick or something. Like normally you have a burn card, like an instant that you cast for maybe 1, 2 or 3 mana, and then you do some damage to a creature and get rid of it. So you're exchanging one of your cards for your opponent's card. So your opponent had a card into play, like I have a Frontline Medic here that's cost me 3 to cast. I can use it next. I have to wait a turn before I can use it, so it's no threat to you. Then before I attack or before I do damage, maybe I put some spells on it or do some extra abilities. I put more cards into discard. But if I don't, even if I don't, you don't want to get that 3 damage. You pull out like your lightning bolt or something, and you destroy my Frontline Magic with your instant for like 1 or 2 or 3 mana. Now if you do that for like with like 1 mana, actually you are in advantage because it only took you 1 mana to destroy my card, which was 3 mana. So we both lost a card. I lost 3 mana, you lose 1 mana. So this is the advantage of like a control player, where you can have cheap control cards and then get mana advantage, and then you can play a card, leave like 1 mana open, and then use that to bolt down your enemy and then attack with your creature to get some damage in. This is a very basic way of like doing it. But the Sarkhan Unsealing is an example of like a card that has huge value because it's on a stick. On a stick, I mean you can just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, because in enchantment it doesn't leave play. Like the bolt will leave play. So now initially it's a bit weak because when you put it in a game, it's not doing anything. It's not doing nothing. There's no damage going out. You're not exchanging this card for another creature. But unless your opponent removes the card and it's enchantment, it's enchantments do get removed, but they're less likely to get removed. Like say a creature, somebody is more likely to have like creature removal in hand than like enchantment removal. So it's actually a better investment than a creature in that case. If you have lots of creatures, every creature you play that's 4 or higher will trigger it, and it will be like a bolt to one of the creatures or your opponent. So this card has a huge advantage in that regard, where yeah, it can just be multiple. It can destroy multiple cards for the price of one card. Actually, it can destroy the whole field of your opponent. Like, I'm gonna have like lots of like weak creatures, so this is really difficult for me, because he can just play like a power 7 card and just wipe my whole field away if I don't have an answer to that. So this can be this is a very difficult card to play against for me. I'm really, yeah, I'm really not happy with this, but I might be able to play around it. But yeah, maybe if I have something that like says in this yeah, something that can handle it. But I don't see, I mean, this one says, well, if all your creatures die, you can return it to your hand. Oh yeah, I can, all the creatures from the graveyard, I can put them in my hand. So I could, but then I have to leave like 5 mana open. So that's yeah, I don't know, that's gonna be a hard one to use. So, but that's the best thing I have to like deal with this card right now, if it does like blow out all my cards at one point. But yeah, leaving like 5 mana open to do this card, I don't know, it's gonna be a tough one. So yeah, hopefully I will get other cards to deal with this, or maybe I just can keep damaging my opponent and win before he does destroy all my creatures. So yeah, that's kind of like card value. Let's see, what can I put into play? More +1/+1. That's nice for my Frontline Medic. Let's do that. Because again, this Sarkhan is going to do 4 damage. So if I can get him up to like 5/5 or higher or something with something, that would be great. But that's probably not going to happen. But yeah, that could be a plan to deal with this. Now I can attack because the dragon is sleeping. This card is like, what do you guys think? Is this a good card? Whenever a human enters the battlefield under your control, Vigilante Justice deals 1 damage to any target. Now, there's another card that does like also like 1 damage if you put a creature into play. Oh, it does the 1 damage to my opponent. This does to any target. So I guess it's not cheap, like 4 mana. It does any target. Now, if my opponent would have like 1/1 goblins or something, or 1/1 humans, this could be a really good card. But doing 1 damage to any target, I don't know. Like, I mean, you could play 2 or 3 humans in a turn, then maybe do 2 or 3 damage. Yeah, it can remove like I said, it's like removal on a stick, like the Sarkhan Unsealing. It can remove multiple targets. So it's probably a good thing to put this into play. And then hopefully next turn I can play one. I can remove some creatures with it. So I'm awakening the dragon. He just used like his removal spell on me. That's not really smart. Never do that unless you can win. Don't use a removal spell on your opponent. Don't do 3 damage to a face unless it's like the last 3 life. I should have played this on my medic. But yeah, actually, what I could have done, and this is like I talked about this in the last video. This card was like an X card, right? If you look X, and if you look at Frontline Medic, you see it says sacrifice Frontline Medic. So I have to like kill it, sacrifice it, counter target spell. So with X in his mana cost, unless his controller pays 3. Now that's interesting, because if you have an X in your card, you're probably gonna use up all the mana you have, because you want to do as much damage or as much effect of the card as you want. So asking them to pay another 3 is kind of like just countering it for sure, because they're not gonna have the 3. They would have already used it to put it into the X. So I could have used this ability to block the burn from within to do damage to my face, to my avatar here, to my life total. I could have done that. The fact that I just disregarded so quickly, just let this pass and not look at my options, that was a mistake. So again, I'm admitting there was a major mistake. Like if in real life, if somebody said, okay, 3 to your face, and I'm just okay, and I'm like just going on with the game, not looking at my cards, thinking what I could do. And I told you, like last video, this is an easy one to miss, the sacrifice ability. But the fact that I didn't look at it, and I didn't tell you that I had this ability, and I choose not to use it, that was a mistake on my part. And that makes a difference between becoming a really good player and an average player. And this is why I practice with this deck, because if I eventually buy this deck and start playing with my friends, maybe even doing some FNMs or whatever, then I want to be really good with the cards in this deck. So again, like now for the first time, I was able to use the Frontline Medic, and I didn't think about it. So next time, maybe hopefully when I see a spell come by, I will think, well, remember, I can do something about spells like that, you know? It's like a bit of muscle memory. So that's why it's good to practice too, like practice a lot. And like, keep watching these videos if you want to buy this deck too. You're going to learn a lot about this deck. And yeah, just general gameplay tips, you know? So okay, I can attack one again into my enemy. There's some scary stuff on the field there. Luckily it's not yet on the dragon. Dragon's not yet doing anything. So what can I add? This will do 1 damage. Tap. 3/3 and a 4. I think the 4/2 would be good to have into play. Actually, I will get an extra free card from that. That's good. Yeah, I could have also played like my commander, of course. Okay, this is going to be annoying, because this card, every time it will block me and do me damage. Okay, I don't know, this will cost me, this will put me down 1 mana, so I'm just going to look. I can go up 1 mana or down 1 mana this turn to play, to use, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I got 6, even I go to 7 or to 5, so I mean this would be 5, this will be 4 and 3, so it's like 7. I'm not gonna go to 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually I can go to 7, I can place both, so I'm going to 7 now. Then I will play both of these. Select any target. Well, this one is indestructible. I just have to do 1 damage. No, I already have that card in play. Okay, so now I can do the animosity. I can't. Maybe I should have like tapped manually. What did I put into play? Devourer, like 1 black, 1 red. Yeah, I only had 1 red to begin with. But yeah, it's annoying that it tapped the Oxid Orchard for... That's annoying, it tapped the Oxid Orchard. This is like when you yeah, I know I've used this, I've played hundreds, maybe thousands of games with this program to practice with my mono red deck, but I'm not that experienced with all the difficult lands. So I'm used to be able to just to tap through my lands, and it will just do. Monocolored is easy, just it taps for everything. So I have to get used to like I shouldn't like use the auto function. So I could have done short animosity, but that's just a technical difficulty. That's not. So yeah, I could have played shared animosity too. That's kind of pity. But yeah. Tapped out creature an opponent controls. Now, actually, this creature can be annoying because if it blocks like Silvar, I'm gonna get 4 damage. But the yeah. So I'm gonna tap this one. I have to pay mana cost. Oh no. Oh yeah. I can attack with Silvar. So I do this human and this human. So now I can attack with Silvar. At least I'm gonna get 4 damage in, right? He's at 23, I'm 39, so I'm winning. Okay, still going in the right direction. Okay, I can do 1 damage. You got to do it to the face. Okay, gonna put the mirror shield on there, no problem. I wasn't gonna do anything with an indestructible creature anyway. Alright, do I need mana for anything? No. I can tap creatures. Okay, I can get protection from the chosen color. Okay, so the dragon is at 4, so if I attack now, the dragon can awaken and can block one of my creatures. And then I can, Stuffy Dog can stop one of my creatures. Phew. This is not really going as I hoped. He's getting really powerful right now. So I probably have to build up forces and then attack like full force with everything instead of doing these little attacks. Because I mean I could like, well, I have 2 creatures. I could attack with 2. I could tap 1. I could tap the dragon. This is not going to kill a creature, just going to do damage to me. So I will do 4 damage to my opponent. Unless I can do more. But yeah, unless I just I have to make them all stronger, because any creature is gonna like Stuffy Dog will block the strongest creature. So I think it's best to do Kudro. So a red, a black, a white, and a colorless. I'm gonna tap manually from now on, because I can't use the auto function. 1 damage, 1/1 white 2 creature token, 1/1 white, 1 damage. So I'm gonna do to the face. Gonna get a token. That's good. I can use it for tapping. And again, I can do another damage, which is good. I can play this now because I have something to remove. I can just remove the swamp. Okay, so we still have Sanctuary Blade. We have like 3 mana left over. So I can do Shared Animosity. Oh, that's gonna make it even stronger. But I'm gonna get more damage too. So I can tap this one and this one. So that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures to attack with. And I can disable the dragon. Actually, I might not want to disable the dragon because it might like just get, I might want to do the Stuffy Dog so I won't get any damage. If he blocks any of these creatures, I can even make, oh, they're going to be indestructible, right? They're going to be indestructible anyway, so I have to do the frontline animosity. So this is going to be 1, yep. I'm so happy that I didn't mess up with the mana this time. This is gonna be big. This is gonna be really big. So let's just check one more time, guys. Always keep checking. I can do the on top thing. I just want to attack now because I was like, I can attack for really a lot of damage. But I don't forget I had this ability here, so that's why I was checking my cards. And then I realized I can do the tap thing. Oh, I need mana for that actually. So I screwed that up. But I needed the animosity, and I needed what else did I play? Did I play my commander? What did I play that was so important? I think my commander. So the commander was important. Now either I wait one turn and I can do then disable like Stuffy Doll, or I can just attack right into him. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers, and they're gonna have shared animosity, so they're gonna be really powerful. I think he can only block 2 of the 4. So it might be even be lethal. So yeah, let's go for it. I'm gonna take damage. I'm gonna lose a creature, but it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I was hoping to do the lockdown. I'm getting lots of +1/+1s. Dragon's gonna be awakened. Oh, I'm gonna be indestructible. Why keep forgetting that, guys? This is like the most amazing future of everything. My creatures are indestructible. This Frontline Medic is like huge. It's so amazing. I think a weakness of this deck, like in multiplayer, that is that I cannot give it hexproof. This would be definitely be removed by somebody by now if I was like in four player mode. So that could be added to. Let's see how it blocks. So 8 damage to my own face because of Stuffy Doll. 8/4 to the dragon, but it will survive. 4 damage because this is not a human, and 6 damage, which is a weak. It's 10 damage. It's okay, I guess. It's okay, but I'm gonna get like 8 damage myself. Yeah, but next turn I can have another human and Yinra join in, and I still have indestructible, and I will be able to do a lockdown. Yeah, I'm indestructible. Haha. Psych. I'm gonna get another token. I'm gonna get 1 damage. Anyway, I got some damage from this, but whenever humans enter the battlefield, do 1 damage. Well, 1 damage is not gonna do anything against this one. I'm just gonna do to the face. Lifelink. And he's gonna equip 5. Okay, so that's kind of like stupid. Oh, he has no more. This is all he can do with the mana he has. Oh man, if he would have like had 1 more mana, he would have been able to equip the lifelink. That would be terrible with 11 life gain just on the dragon. Okay, I can do protection, which I'm already indestructible. But I can do protection now. Okay, and I can do protection from chosen color and creature. I already have indestructible. Garna. This could be good, like to keep. Like now, I know that the other deck, because I built the other deck, I know that is actually it can have it can destroy all creatures. So it's good to have Garna available at any time, because I could lose all creatures. Now I probably want like this is like 5 mana to equip to a creature, 2 to put in, and then 3 to equip. I can do the lockdown. Riders of Gavony is another creature. Protection. Do I really need protection? No, but white. Let's do dragon. It's so random where these things are. Kind of like dragon. Okay. Of course, they're gonna do 1 more damage. I mean, that vigilante justice, it kind of does hurt him because I do put a lot of creatures into play. It's not too bad. Also, I could have done it like to 1/1, so it's not bad. I mean, Shadow Mastery is amazing. So I can just attack with everything right now, even if I wouldn't have indestructible or anything. Okay, just go over the top. Let's put like this one down. I don't even have this 3 to equip. It's expensive. Let's try it. I don't think I can do it. Chosen color. Let's do it on my Kudro. Oh, I do have the mana. I probably have some floating mana. I was hoping for that. Red. Good. Now do a full attack. Animosity. Look at this, people. Whoa, look at this. Like 11, 14. I'm just gonna make my screen a bit bigger because 11, 4, 4, 2, 11, 4, 11, 4, 6, 4, 9, 2, 9, 2, 9, 2. Oh man, this shared animosity. And then indestructible, like everything is indestructible. Wow. I mean, all the other things are nice. I mean, I also like the +2 of Yinra is nice. Lots of good, cool stuff, but like the assured animosity. Wow, look at this. Okay, let's see how he's gonna block. He's not even using. Oh, he cannot use the dragon. They got protection from dragon. He cannot even use the dragon to protect himself because I had protection from dragon from Riders of Gavony. Now I'm gonna do myself 11 damage. You have to be careful with this kind. If I would have had like 30 by now, then I would have just killed myself. But anyway, I'm gonna do like, okay, some kind of achievement. Okay, so I won. I hope you like this game. I hope you learned something about like card value and learning card. I will talk a lot more about card value because there's so many things to talk about. Actually, this is one of the things I'm always talking about when I look at cards. I will tell you guys like, well, this card can do this card can do this, and all these special abilities. And it's so important to, yeah, just how you look at cards is really important if you want to become a really powerful player and win at FNM. You have to be like being aware of how the power distribution is on a card and what the value of this card, because there are so many things that are value. Value is not only the price that the mana you have to pay or like the discounts you might get, but also what do you get for. I mean, it's not just the mana, also the card itself. To do something with that card, if it's an instant, if you say, well, I'm going to do 3 to this creature, you're using up a card to get rid of another card, so it's costing you a card to get rid of so it's like a 1-for-1 thing. One of your cards for one of their cards. Now if you had a card that said, well, do 3 damage to one creature and do 2 damage to another creature, now if there's if you can kill 2 creatures with that card, now you're killing 2 creatures with 1 card, right? So you have it's like a reverse card advantage where you're getting rid of the 2 cards from theirs and it's only costing you 1 card. So you have more cards in play right now than your opponent. So I mean that's also I see that also as card advantage because yeah, you're just up in cards now because it only costs you 1 and they lost 2. So look at those kind of things. If a card can do 2, 3 or multiple things, or it can do one thing multiple times, And that's why I love to play with permanence a lot. I know it's good to have an instant in hand that can say exile all creatures or exile creature. That's great, very powerful, because I mean, if you have a card that says exile creature, that's like, you know, even if it's indestructible, you can get rid of it. And luckily, this deck has one or two of those cards. But yeah, I prefer permanence because they just can do it again and again. Like, let's say a creature can do 5 damage, is a 5/5 flyer. Every turn you fly over the head of your enemy opponent's creatures, you can do those 5 damage, right? So it's like 5 damage, next turn 5 damage is like 10 damage, next turn is 15 damage, 20 damage, 25 damage, 30 damage, until you've done 40 damage and killed your opponent, right? So those creatures are perfect examples of value cards. A creature always have a value, especially if you can protect it and if they can work together, like this humans decks can. You can see how powerful they can become working together with enchantments and everything, to make everything more powerful and protect him, like with indestructible. Of the one guy gave indestructible, and the other guy said protection from like this, like dragons, and protection from this color and all these things. So I think like building your deck around creatures can be a great strategy. Now there's some people that are like control players, they have a handful of like instants and sorceries saying, oh no, you cannot do that, no, get rid of that card, oh I'm getting rid of that card, you cannot do that card. So, but my plan as a permanent player, like more creature player, I play like permanents that, now if you want to remove one of my permanents, it's going to cost him something, yeah? So now he might have an instant that says remove 3 creatures, but but I might have an instant. I might have a way to get like 3 creatures into play, you know, like with tokens. So that, you know, you can counter that, and also like you can protect yourself, like give everything indestructible or something. So that's the balance between like being a creature player and going against like a control player, where you have to be aware. You actually have more power, I think, than a control player, because once